Good day, everyone. Today is December 8th, the feast of the Immaculate Conception. And the church calls us together for this feast to remind us that Mary was sinless from conception, but she always reminds us that Mary was filled with grace. This feast then also calls us and reminds us that we are not sinless, that we are born into a broken world, but we are also filled with grace. And as Mary used her grace to meet the challenges of life, we must use that same grace that the Lord gives to us to meet the challenges that we face in life. The church calls us in our humanness to acknowledge what psychologist Carl Jung calls our shadow side, those parts of ourselves that we try to hide from ourselves and hide from one another. The Feast of the Immaculate Conception reminds us that grace is available, to not feed those bad parts of ourselves, to not feed our anger, our jealousy, our greed, our resentment, or our hatred. First, acknowledge it. Remember what Jesus says, take the plank out of our own eye first before we're trying to heal somebody that we feel is doing badly. So none of us are perfect. The playwright Eugene O'Neill said it so well. We are all born broken and in need of glue. And the glue is grace. It gives us the strength to be aware of our dark sides, not feed it, but to feed the good side. Our kindness, our charity, our forgiveness, our tolerance, our seeking justice. The Feast of the Immaculate Conception then is all about grace. Grace to acknowledge that part of us that we have to work on and transform it, not defeat it. And thus, the Feast of the Immaculate Conception calls us to heal our very divided world, to struggle to remove the lack of civility that happens all around us, and we have to start with ourselves. Use the grace Mary used. The question is, will we use this grace to choose good over evil? And what helps is when we gather together for Eucharist. Eucharist gives us a lot of that grace, forgives us our sins, and sends us out to try to heal the world. As Pope Francis says, the Eucharist is not a prize for the perfect, but a powerful medicine and nourishment for the weak. We're all weak, we're all broken, we need grace. It's available as it was available to Mary. Have a good Immaculate Conception, and also continue having a peaceful Advent season.